Aloha, this is John with the Unleashed Studios, and as previously discussed, we attempted to do a circuitry overview this weekend, and actually part of it's coming up just after my opening rant here. However, during the circuitry overview, I got on my little tirade about my deal with the tribe. You know, I'm not tribal. I don't have any tribal, and for those of you that understand some of the deeper mechanics of human design, I don't even have anything that helps me stay in any group. So I'm always getting thrown out of groups and tribes. And I'm doing the circuitry lecture this weekend, and I'm having fun with it, and I get up to the point where I start ranting about all of my tribal issues. And I was thrown out. The rest of my class, approximately 20 students, continued the class for at least another hour without me. But so the whole circuitry lecture will be coming soon. But I thought it'd be funny to give you what we got so far. So here it is, and you guys enjoy, and thank you for all the great feedback. Aloha.
Well, aloha and good morning, everyone. And for those of you that are just getting here, I'm sorry that I'm having trouble controlling my excitement and my, ever-present madness that I live in. But we've just ventured into a territory, Rave ABCs, the second chapter in our year-long Jedi training. That is, for me, it is, in a way, it's the most magical, living your design, absolutely the most practical in all most humans ever need to know. For me, Rave ABCs is this is like peering into the seeing stone and actually starting to see how life itself is built, and the structure in which it's built in, and how it manifests itself. And I mean that into the world through form, and how those forms have agendas. And even people I don't care how much you think you know about human design. When you start to get in, even at this level, most people consider Rave ABCs to be a very basic course. It's like blah 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 to get on to the next course. For me, I'm like, no, dude, you guys don't understand. These are the pillars of the pyramid. If you don't get these blocks right, I don't care what color you're planning on painting the office on the 76th floor, it ain't gonna work. And so being able to see this deeply in someone, as someone that's a guy, to be able to see it in yourself, see it in someone else, gives you such an incredible view, not only into their life and how their life works and how life works, but the incredibly choiceless nature of it. For me, this is where the choiceless thing just gets, it's like, dude, we are so incompetent. I don't care how much anybody knows about human design. If they know enough about human design, they will see their limitation. What they will see first is, wow, this is really exciting. And then they will see their limitation and realize, oh shit, that means I can't see 99.9999% of everything else. I can see this one little piece, but it makes me completely blind to all else that moves. And I think in that, just the magic of that, just in that, oh my God, I truly know nothing kind of state, is when your real Satori's come. And I've had a few this last week. It's incredible Satori's, seeings that I was like, wow, I never saw that and didn't get that. So first and again, this is going to be an overview of what Rave ABCs is, or at least Rave ABCs with me, First, 4, 5, 6 months, we have been founding 4 auras, 9 centers, defined and undefined. How do they work? How do they speak? What do they do? What are their games? Authority, how to track it in a body. How does that work? So as, living design guides in training, or just someone that's finds yourself fascinated with this information, I mean, this foundation can never be ignored. There are 4 separate ways that you can meet life. There are 9 centers that are either fixed or open in you that are influencing the way you see the world. And there's only one way out. It's how you meet life and where you go in your body to make a decision that's not your mind. And if I haven't pounded that in strong enough by now, then I simply just give up and jump out the window. Unfortunately, I only live on the first floor, so it's not going to do very much good. I might be able to sprain my ankle. But it's like, this will change someone's life. And I don't get into the overview of the human design system. I mean, I do with you guys, but when I meet someone, I don't go, okay, in 1812, the 7-centered, the Kabbalah and the chakras and the Qing and astrology, and it all came together and blah, blah, blah. Dude, I do not get into all that shit with people. I'm just like, it's an experiment in body consciousness. For me, I might say something, I've studied martial arts for a long time, and this gave me a new way to look at how, like, my own internal martial art might work, or gives me a sense of how my vehicle works, how I serve, how I ride, through life. And it teaches me how to make decisions without my mind. I mean, that's about as much as someone's going to find out about human design from me, if they are not already coming to me, for human design. And this is what's going to blow you guys away, especially as guides that are really into being guides. And I know many of you are going to go on to become analysts and whatever, rave sociology or whatever, psychology, all of that stuff. That's wonderful. I think it's great. But if you don't bring it home, you're just going to leave them out there in a field lost, So this is basically what I'm looking for from you guys. Your explanation of what 4 auras are and how they work, and how you would explain that to someone else. Your explanation of the centers and the mechanics of how they're working, defined or undefined, correctly, incorrectly, however you want to put that, in frequency, out of frequency. And then how do you help a human being make a decision without their mind? That's truly it. As my people, as the people that I will stand next to and cheer you on for the rest of your human design, lives, or whatever you do next, if you can meet me here, dude, you have my, whatever, I hold a flag for you. It's like, all right, man, good luck. It's a big world out there, so good luck, and good luck with all these humans and their minds and everything else. And I champion your cause, is what I'm trying to say, no matter where you go. I don't care if you get into the genetic science of this, if you could always bring it home and keep experimenting and make it simple for the new person. Just be able to make it simple for the new person. From there, who knows? They may become your confidant, friend, or partner in research for the next 20 years. But if you get into them with all this chakra, Kabbalah, I Ching, blah, 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 12 to 7 centers, it's a 9-centered consciousness. I'd be careful with that one. I'm just, just little notes from the trail. So in Rave ABCs, okay, now this is not so much about how do you live this and what's happening to your vehicle. This starts to get into the infrastructure, right? The architecture of life itself. And you see that there's 3 major circuit groups, we're going to cover those. But within each of those circuit groups, there's streams, and down the rabbit hole we go. Okay, so today's just trying to make it real simple. that when you look at the chart, you have a red and you have a black. One is unconscious, one is conscious, right? Personality and unconscious, right? Here's the deal, guys. They don't like each other. You're gonna have circuits that don't like each other. You're gonna have red and blacks that don't like each other. You're gonna have in the same channel. You can have lines that don't agree with each other, even though they may make a channel together. And then really to blow your shit out of the water, and the reason I just leave it for the last class of Rave ABCs is we can get into the origins of the biverse and what that really means, you know? But guys, this is only for people that want to go further, right? Nobody needs to know this. You, as guides, being able to look at a chart and easily see this so that you can point to things that are strong probabilities in somebody else's life, great. The more information you have in your back pocket, great. Do they need to know it? Generally not, you know? I mean, you know, when it's time. You know, and then, you know, there's the different levels of, you know, some people just want to learn how to live this. Other people want to go into a deep exploration and analysis and transits and all this stuff. So, I mean, it's just wherever it's correct for people. So the three major circuit groups, okay, so there's the collective, right? The collective is about sharing. Okay, so there's two different ways in which the collective works. The collective is both logical, meaning we've done it this way 25 times before. It's probably going to work again the 26th time, right? It's like logic. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Logical. It goes in order. It is sequential. We can predict with relative certainty what's going to happen next. And then on the other side, we have the abstract. Now, the abstract is the one that says, well, I have no fucking idea what's going to happen. Let's just jump out of the airplane and see. Now, if I live, then I can come back and tell the story. Both are collective. One is very logical. The other makes no sense at all. I giggle only because I embody both of these. I have a logical body, you know, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and I have a complete mad scientist for a mind. You know, 1, 27, 36, blue, hut, you know, I mean, it's like, what the fuck is it talking about? I wake up in the middle of the night. I'm like, where are we? How did we get here? You know, it's mad. And this is going to help you as we look through some of your charts after we get through the little intro. It'll help you start to see, oh my God, that my mind does that. My body does this. These things don't agree. Oh, good Lord. The individual circuit, and this is what I love the most. The individual circuit is the, and one of the things we're going to look at is the not self of these things in a second. But in the individual circuit, it comprises every center. Okay. Now, there's something very interesting about this, and that is, in general, the world doesn't like individuals. You know, they want you to root for this fucking sports team, or they want you to whatever, even human design, dude, it's like even in human design, we seem to be unable, some people seem to be unable to embrace that we're fucking different. And yet it comprises every center in the body graph, right? And it's about being freaky and different and being self-empowered in your own uniqueness. And then we get into the tribal, and that's, you know, that's where it's all about making the money and clubbing the girl over the head and making babies and then educating them. And, you know, I mean, tribal stuff, you know, which will be fun for us to look at here in a second too, because, you know, the tribe has a big opinion about who they are and what they believe. And if you look closely, you'll see there's no identity, there's no G center, and there's no head or ajna, but they're fucking sure they know who they are. These tribal people, I don't trust these people. You know, I'm not sure they know who they are. So anyway, you know, And no, I trust them to be them. That's what I'm saying about being able to accept our helplessness. It's like when you see that you are a machine, no different than a Terminator, and I can sit there and watch, and hopefully you guys know the movie The Terminator. It's a machine. It has been programmed. It has an agenda. It was going to fulfill that agenda or be, or be destroyed. And it does not care. And I think a lot of people seem to get to this information and believe that they have some, I don't know, control. So we'll start with the individuals. And I'm going to piss the rest of you off here in a second, but individuals, okay? Look, we're freaks, okay? We're freaks. I love freaks. I trust freaks. I hate freaks. Just because you're a freak doesn't mean I like you. A lot of freaks I hate. But I respect that you're a freak. We deal with melancholy, man. There's so much of my life that's filled with this deep sadness, It's not mean, it's just sad. It's just like, yeah. It's mutative, for me, it's more self-empowerment. By being empowered as myself, I can survive the collective sort of a thing. We're outsiders. We're deaf. You think we're listening? We're not listening. So many people are talking to me like I'm listening. I'm not listening. Those of you with individual circuitry may start to recognize some of this. We don't necessarily pay attention to what you're saying, nor are we designed to, and that our life moves in a pulse. It's like nothing there, nothing there, nothing there. Boom, we jump. So it's exciting to be an individual. And something else that came up the other day, and oh boy, here we go. I was going to try to be a good boy and not bring this one up. But I've been... all right, here we go. If even I think I'm going to get in trouble for saying something, there's a problem. Okay. I was contemplating circuitry, as I'm prone to do when we get to this point in our little experiment. And I had a seeing. And it came actually through another really great human design teacher, a good friend of mine here, emotional generator. Another complete freak individual. She's like, I don't know if the tribe or the collective actually has its own truth. They have a collective truth they've agreed upon, and they have tribal laws. Clearly they have tribal laws, because if you break them, they cut your heads off or whatever, your hands or whatever. But truly, is it not the individual that carries the frequency of uniqueness, actually has something different to offer? I'm not saying each person doesn't have their own uniqueness. That's not what I'm saying. And I know it sounds very elementary, but when I stopped and I looked at it and went, holy shit. Who could really bring the only person that could really bring something different is somebody that had individual circuitry. And that doesn't mean if you don't have individual circuitry, there's something wrong with you. I'm just saying, wow. I've been doing this for 13, 14 years. I never saw that. And if a bunch of you are rolling your eyes going, you didn't see that. Well, yes, I'm a projector and I'm stupid and I'm slow. Okay. So I thought that was beautiful. That I trust individuals. I don't necessarily like individuals, but I trust them. It doesn't mean I don't like or trust anybody else. It's just there's something that I know that what they're telling me is truly their truth. It's not a collective agreement or a bargain that's had to be put in place to maintain the good of the whole. It's like, this is my way. And that's something I have a very deep respect for. I don't know. Very strange little thing for me to say. And you guys all have individuality. Don't get off on some tangent where you think that I'm saying you, some of you haven't, everybody. I mean, I don't think that there's a chart I've seen that doesn't carry some individuality. I'm just saying the individual circuit itself. It's like, wow, trippy, huh? This is how life changes itself. This is how tribal laws get overthrown. This is how governments are taken down. It's interesting. You know, the outsider. The outsider comes in and it throws down a whole new program. And it's a program that, the tribe and the collective don't necessarily like. And being a projector and having lived the life that I've lived, I've always felt like an outsider. I've never felt like I'm even an outsider in human design. I mean, even people that say they like me, or even they do like me, but they keep a good distance. I think it's like with politicians where, what is that, plausible deniability? Yeah, we know each other, but we're not that close. Really? I thought we were pretty close. I think people need to maintain a plausible deniability with their relationship with me. So, and that's fun for me, dude. I like being a freak. I like being an outsider, and I like challenging the collective. Because fuck the world, and I have the fuck the world channel. And it's not even fuck the world in a mean, angry fuck the world way. It's like, this is fucked up. We can do better, and I can see it. And if somebody asks, I can draw you a spreadsheet, But, the bane of the projector, nobody will ever ask. So now we get to the tribe, and good Lord, and I know, just like Hawk's like one of my best friends. He's totally tribal. He's only fucking tribal. He's pretty tribal. He's got other stuff, but he's got consciousness and that's the other ways that we connect. But oh my God, dude. I mean, these guys, follow the rules or we cut your hands off, keep the veil over your head or you get beheaded. Dude, the tribe is ugly, mean. It's funny to me because if I have a personal pain body, there is this very tribal sense to it. Like many of the movies in the mythologies that I actually find personally very dear to me in my body are rooted in the tribe and what the tribe is and how the tribe works. And go forth and fear no evil, certainty of death, small chance of success. What are we waiting for? Marianne, to everyone, do tribal ones think it's mean? But you got to understand, the other side of support is no support. The other side of inclusion is exclusion. If you don't feel right, if you don't smell right, boom, you're out. And again, now listen, and this is not some big attack on the tribe. The tribe is, dude, it's how we got this far. It's how the last 400 years we built schools, we have laws, we have roads, we have taxes, we have Medicare. Dude, the tribe is a good thing. It's just, except when they try to tell me what to do, then we have a problem. It's how society has moved its way forward for the last 400 years or so, but we're about to go to the time of the individual. Trippy, huh? And these are the people with all the laws. These are the people that say, this is the way we've always done it. We've practiced yoga this way for 10,000 years. We've practiced the Kabbalah, astrology, this, that, Indian, Native American, Amazonian. It's like they have an identity, but look there's no G center. And there's no mind. Everything about the tribe is just making money so that you can survive the material playing. Now, let me give you, I know I went on my blah, blah, blah tribal bullshit there for a second. Excuse me. Dude, this is how everything gets done. This is how business gets done. This is how money gets made. This is how schools get built. This is a huge, this is a huge piece of our civilization. I just have my own little, I don't know, my own little idiosyncrasies with, just what happens in the tribe, just how sticky it is. It's just like,
Hey, you guys, can you hear me at all?
I can hear you.
Okay. Yeah, I don't know. I guess John, his sound went out or something. I don't know. I don't know.
John abandoned the tribe.
More likely he got kicked out.
True.
So that was the first 15 or 20 minutes of my circuitry overview, and we'll be trying again soon. I think it's important to mention here, that I am a trained professional, so don't try this at home. Do not mess with the tribe. Not only was I kicked out of my own class, my internet went down for 2 hours, and then my internet came up for 15 minutes, and my power went off. So basically, the tribe shut me down on Sunday. So I think the moral of the story here is, for all their little idiosyncrasies, and as much as I like to make fun of all their little whatevers they have, the tribe is actually really important to the whole support network that we live in, and we'll have another little circuitry thing coming soon. Thanks for all the great feedback, guys. Aloha.